I'm Julia Sondu, showing you where development is happening. Please come and join us. A personal review of the new Lagos-Ibadan train service. See the facts. I took an adventure ride on the new Lagos-Ibadan train, and you will not believe some of the things I discovered so quickly. Find out here. Our friends naturally make us do some crazy things that we might have never planned before. Sometimes, such things involve picking up your bag to embark on a long drive for absolutely no reason other than to experience an adventure that will be forever remembered. If you ever find yourself on such driving adventures, don't forget to learn some pro tips on road travel in Nigeria, because it is not an easy task. Having said all that, let's take a look at my personal review of the new Lagos-Ibadan train service, which I used recently. Since January 2021, there has been lots of trending news claiming that rail service will start from Lagos to Ibadan. Also, everyone following the latest rail projects could also see heavy construction going on around the Ebute Metta area of Lagos, which houses the formerly non-existent Nigerian Railway Corporation. Having heard enough of all the buzz around the new Lagos-Ibadan train service, I decided to go on an adventure ride to experience what a modern train in Nigeria feels like. My experience was absolutely packed with so many mixed feelings. But before I go further, let's take a look at a little history regarding the evolution of transport in Nigeria. Yes, this will really help to make you understand how important this new development is for the country in general. History of rail service in Nigeria. Rail transport in Nigeria can be traced back to the 1960s, when there was a functioning railway network almost all over the country, because a lot of business activities depended on trains to move people and goods all over the country. Going by data kept by the Nigerian Railway Corporation, between the years 1980 and 2000, Nigeria experienced over 14 million passenger decline in the number of people that use the train services per year. The reason for this is that the train service was no longer actively maintained and serviced by the government, and this is a perpetual trait of how public services are handled by the government. We need no soothsayer to tell us that since the main revenue of the government became crude oil, using fuel tankers and vessels to transport crude oil and its product has been the main goal. Meanwhile, train transport is the second safest form of transportation in the world, with flying in aircraft weirdly being the safest. In the year 2020, boarding a train in Lagos to anywhere felt like a death trap, because a lot of people bypass paying the normal fare by hanging all over the train for the entire trip, and it was also a den for hoodlums to attack people and steal their properties. What's new in this train service? Oh, everything is new. It is a brand new experience and a big win for Nigeria, because the plan is to extend this Lagos-Ibadan rail network to Kano. The train has 3 classes of tickets: the regular class, the business class and the first class, costing 2,500 nairas, 5,000 nairas and 6,000 nairas respectively. The difference in these classes is the level of comfort, seating arrangement, and the first class also comes with refreshment on board. This new train leaves the Ebute Metta station at exactly 8 o'clock in the morning, and it's surprisingly 8 is 8 for this train service. No African time was entertained on this 2 hours 20-minute trip to Ibadan, and a mid-stop over at Ebute for Ogun State passengers to highlight the train, and also for new passengers to join to Ibadan. The train arrives in Ibadan at about 10:30 a.m. and departs for Lagos again at 4 p.m. This train has medical practitioners on board, well-trained attendants that are ready to assist you with almost anything, security personnel on board to ensure law and order during the trip. This train is a signal of the better things to happen to Nigeria in the coming years. A sigh of fresh breath and a ray of home. The interior is well kept, with cushioned and comfortable seats for every passenger, with luggage available overhead for every passenger. Everyone seats properly, and there is a toilet available for anyone that needs to ease themselves. Another feature of the train that makes it so comfortable is that it is properly air-conditioned all around and smells really nice. At first, I thought 2 hours 20 minutes for a Lagos to Ibadan was too slow, considering we have faster trains all over the world in this 21st century, but I remembered that the time cannot be altered by any form of traffic that happens with road traveling in Nigeria. Even when you drive a Bugatti Chiron from Lagos to Ibadan, it could take you 10 hours on some days when the road is not smiling with anyone. This is one of the biggest struggles of supercar owners in Nigeria. Now, imagine how free the roads will be for passenger cars if there could be trains that transport every cow, yam, tomatoes, petrol, kerosene, vegetable etc. from their point of production in the country to their point of consumption. Remember that almost 80% of the road accidents on Nigerian highways are caused by these long and heavy-duty vehicles. When we arrived at the train station at Lagos-Ibadan, there were shuttle buses available to transport the train passengers to central areas in Ibadan, which simply meant that this train service has provided more jobs for citizens of Nigeria. A functioning rail network in Nigeria will boost the economy and productivity of the country as a whole. It means people can work in Lagos and live in Ibadan easily if they don't miss their train. It means not everybody has to relocate to Lagos before working in Lagos, and this means that the congestion that comes with Lagos will also reduce drastically. Conclusion: now that we can travel by rail transport from Lagos to Ibadan, the best next news would be for the rail tracks to be extended all over Nigeria. The impact on society at large will definitely be a big win for everybody on the receiving end. So, now you have it. My personal review of the new Lagos-Ibadan train service. I do hope the rail transport in Nigeria starts to get better with these new developments. Nigeria. New Lagos-Ibadan Railway opens to freight, offering improved cargo flows. A railway connecting Lagos, Nigeria's most populous city, with Ibadan, its third most populous, is now open for both freight and passenger business. The new service should radically improve the flow of goods between the two cities, the economic corridor in between, and Lagos-Apapa Port Complex. The Chinese-backed railway, which is 157 kilometers long, with a 6.5 kilometers extension to Apapa Port, became fully operational on the 15th of June 2021. It connects Lagos, Ogun and Oyo, the three major states in southwest Nigeria, and uses trains with potential speeds of up to 150 kilometers per hour. The $1.5 billion United States dollars 4-year project was funded by the Export-Import Bank of China and built by the China Civil Engineering Construction Corporation. The Lagos-Ibadan rail line is a double-track standard-gauge rail, the first of its kind in West Africa. It is the first part of a new 2,773 kilometers Lagos-Kano standard gauge line. The newly introduced train provides fully air-conditioned train services. It is important to note that having an identification card, passport, national ID, work ID, or voter's card is compulsory to buy a ticket at the counter. This is the end of our program today. See you on Intervlog same time tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon to get new video updates. Thank you for watching Intervlog. Thank you.